What's up, YouTube? It is cold as hell, man. I can't deal with cold air around my face and stuff like that. But I wanted to make a quick video reviewing a movie I saw. Man, I don't want to take this off. But reviewing a movie I saw called Blade of the Immortal. And I just want to say, yo, if you're an old school head like me, fan of the old school manga movies and manga as a whole, and when I say the manga movies, I mean like them gritty, no holds barred, unapologetic animated movies, like the first Ninja Scroll movie and the Vampire Hunter D, even Akira, like that kind of style of like gory sex, swearing, like all that good shit, like those old school type of manga based anime movie. So Blade of the Immortal, I never seen the original, I never read the books, I never seen the animated version back in the day. I heard about it, but I never, not enough to like, you know, to pique my interest to watching it. I never heard enough about the actual story to make me want to, you know, watch the story or read the story. But they did a live movie version of Blade of the Immortal, and when I tell you, if you came up, you know, if you're from where I'm from, you know, and you watch and read manga and watch anime the way I did, you know, and you know about movies like Akira, you was a young cat when Akira came out, with Vampire Hunter D came out, with Ninja Scroll came out, and movies like that, you're gonna love this movie, man. This movie was, to me, it was amazing. And if you also like an old school karate martial arts movie head, you know what I'm saying, like it had all that old school feel, not like the old school reenactment like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is a good movie, but it was just too modern. Even though it was like back in those, you know, those samurai ninja type days or whatever, it was still too modern. I could never say that. Modern, whatever, you know what I'm saying. To me, this one right here, it was gritty, it felt old school, you know. You could tell by the lighting and a lot of things that were shot, you know, it was a new movie, but like it just had that old gritty feel to it. It was such a good movie. The action was great, the story was great, it had a surprise factor, like, you know, a lot of mangas or animes usually do, you know, have that surprise factor when the hero of the story or a couple of friends of the hero of the story is about to, you know, die, and then out of nowhere, you know, somebody shows up and saves everyone, you know, unknowing to them, or whether it was like on purpose or whatever. You know, they had that element into it, the revenge factor. I'm gonna give you a quick summary without spoiling too much of the movie, because I really think you guys ought to yourselves to watch this movie. Even if you're not a fan of martial arts, or if you're not a fan of anime or manga or any of that, I think anyone would enjoy this movie. That's how much I enjoy this movie. But it's about this old samurai. Was he a bounty hunter? Yeah, I think he was a bounty hunter for hire, and he accidentally ended up killing his sister's husband. His sister saw what happened, and she was so distraught that she lost her mind, almost like a Casca Guts Berserk type effect. After Casca got done up by Griffith in hell, you know, she was like that. And he was like, you know, he was playing like the Japanese Guts role, you know, like defending, but this is his sister, so he's defending, looking out for his sister. And then like this random bounty hunter comes out of nowhere, you know, hunting him, but using his sister, you know, as, you know, a chess piece against him, you know, and he ended up killing the sister in the process. And after this guy kills all the bounty hunters that came after him, that's another thing. Whenever you guys know how when we see anime or we read manga, there'll be a story with the hero surrounded by like 100 enemies. Like, it's so many of them, and they like you literally read a panel by panel, issue by issue, how he's killing everyone, how he's getting through this. It it did the exact same thing. Like, there's so many times where the main guy, his name is Manji, Manji, Manji. And whenever he's surrounded by enemies, I'm telling you, it looked like they have like 100 of them there, but it'll go into like a suggested battle sequence, and then the next scene is everybody dead on the floor. They show you what happened, and it's great. It is great. So Manji wanted to die after his sister was killed during that assault. After he killed everyone, this weird priest lady or witch lady who still don't know who she is, they don't specify who she is. She's a bitch, like, I don't know if she's like calculated things in a certain way to help people or to help them in the long run. But like, to me, like, when you play with people's lives, and she's like literally playing with their lives, even though it worked out in the end for them. But like, she plays with people's lives. It wasn't the first time she's done it. She's a bitch to me. But she puts bloodworms in this samurai. And the bloodworms are supposed to be like magical in nature. So what they do is she put bloodworms into Manji's body, and the bloodworms is supposed to keep Manji alive forever. And whenever he gets cut or injured, he loses a limb, the bloodworms are supposed to like, reconstruct his body and heal him. So Manji's kind of like a Japanese Wolverine, a samurai Wolverine. His healing factor is, even with the bloodworms, his healing factor is too slow in my opinion, but he has a rapid healing factor that puts him a league above almost everybody else that he meets. Quick note, I didn't know there was such a thing as bloodworms until the day before yesterday. Like, I rented this movie yesterday and watched it. I was at my boy's crib, we was talking about, he got this fish tank, this big fish tank with a bunch of fishes and frogs that like kind of live underwater, and eels and all kinds of crazy shit. And he puts a red cube, I'm guessing it's like a frozen blood cube with little bloodworms inside the cube, and he puts it in the tank, and the cube kind of like starts dissolving and melting, and it gives all the other fish and everybody else that's inside the tank the dinner bell. It's like a ring for the dinner bell, and they all come in and eat that crap. It's like, it's kind of gross, but it's interesting at the same time, because I never knew there was such a thing. And then this movie come out, and this witch put bloodworms in this guy's body to make him be able to super heal. And then later on, there's this chick named Ren, and she's playing like almost like the typical anime main character role, even though she wasn't the main character. Such as like, she was the daughter, the only child in her parents' lives, but she took up the mantle of a boy more than a feminine woman. She wanted to train with her dad. She was always at his dojo. She ate like a boy, stuff on her face. She loved training. She wanted to be a warrior, just like her father. Where her mom wanted her to be an elegant young lady, but she developed the ways of a tomboy, and she wanted to be a warrior that could fight like her dad. So there's this gang called the Edo Ryu Gang or something, and they have this pretty boy that's the leader of this group. So what his goal is to go across the land, killing all these fencing dojo masters. They want to kill all the masters, so that way they dojo could be the only dojo reigning supreme across the land. That way they'll reap all the benefit and profit from all the money. Edo Ryu is being pursued by the shogunate, which is the government of that land or country or whatever. And Ren, because he killed Ren's dad, because he owned his own dojo, and he let his boys have his way with her mom. And without getting vulgar, the movie showed all of that. Not like all of it. Like, like every detail, but it was definitely suggested. Like, you know, you was in the room, the guys jumped on her. You see, you know, her hands and legs and stuff kicking and screaming, and she's hollering, you know. So you if when you see it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they had their way with her, poor thing, and took her with them, you know, to have some more of her, you know, when they decided, until, you know, but you'll see what happens. So Ren wants revenge for her parents. She gets confronted by that same witch lady, you know, getting taunted, and the witch lady points her towards the direction where Manji is. Manji sees her when she finds Manji. She sees her, and she does look like his dead sister. He automatically, I think, what was her name? Was it Mahi? I can't remember her name, his sister name, but like she looks like his sister to him, so he automatically developed this attraction, not like a sexual attraction, but, you know, like he cared for her because he looked like his sister, and he went around, you know, doing what she wanted him to do, you know, while keeping her safe the entire time. So the progression of the movie is so good, guys. You owe it to yourself to watch this movie. If you're an anime head, if you're a manga head, and if you watch manga and if you read manga and watch anime the way I used to, or still do, you owe it to yourselves to watch this movie. This is an awesome movie. It's really, really good. What else I compare this movie to? I can't even think. It's also like a cleaner version, a non-racist Quentin Tarantino style of filming too. Like, it was cleaner than anything Quentin Tarantino has done filming wise, but it had like his element of the way he does like movies and westerns and stuff, without all the nigga this and nigga that and racist bullshit he puts in his garbage ass movies. You know, it was a really fucking good movie. It was a really, really, really good movie, and you guys should check it out. Blade of the Immortal. Awesome movie. In my opinion, I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I can't think of anything that's wrong with this movie. The gore, the fighting, you know. It also reminded me of Gladiator too. You ever remember Gladiator? With I'm so bad with names. I can't. The guy that played it, was it Spartacus? A Spaniard, you know. It kind of reminded me of that element of storytelling too, you know. And I think personally, I love those type of movies like Gladiator, or, you know, like a Roman samurai, an Avenger. He answers to no one, but he is perceived to fight anyone, or to have the ability to defeat anyone. Definitely will fight anyone. You know, I definitely enjoy movies like that, because I feel like if I lived in those times, I would definitely excel in that type of lifestyle. You know, just being a warrior. You know, maybe I'm here at this given time. I just want to fight and spill blood, and, you know, I'm a gladiator at that time until I'm tired of doing it. Then I'm like roaming the lands again, just like getting to any old battle until I meet my, you know, my fate and my maker. You know, which will probably most likely happen when I'm like old and gray. You know, in my mind, I feel like I wouldn't be defeated unless I'm just too old to defend myself. You know, but yeah, I just enjoyed that type of genre, those type of movies. And Blade of the Immortal, awesome movie, 10 out of 10. Go check it out, guys. I'm gonna go get some alcohol. It's still a holidays to me. All right, holla, peace.